We have been talking about this first bins haul back in a lot of our most recent videos, and it is time to do it because some of these items have sold and they need to be shipped out.
Yeah,
So,
and the Boston Bins are amazing.
yes. So we are
Go to
going
the
to show
Boston Bins.
you we're going to show you everything we got in our first trip back to the Boston Bins, and you let us know, would you have picked these items up, and are you surprised at the first item that sold? All right, let's go. First item out of the bag, and these are in no particular order because there's a lot of bags and we have no room. So this is a pair of Zara jeans. I'm sure you're not going to be able to see labels and stuff, so we'll try our best to let you know what things are. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. But these have a nice raw hem. They are a just regular pair of black jeans. I think that they'll do pretty well. And in the last video, we told you this Zara is actually in the top selling brand list of that stat video. So maybe we're ahead of the curve on that.
Another pair of black jeans. These are going to be Madewell.
Yeah, these are Madewell, the 10-inch high rise. These used to be like a $50 jean for me. And honestly, they're my favorite type of jeans to wear personally. But they have gone down in value a bit. You're probably only looking at about 25 to 30 bucks for these, but for bins prices, we'll absolutely grab those. So pretty excited about those. The next item here is a Tommy Bahama pink floral, like button zip, full zip sweatshirt. It's really cute. I think with the spring season coming up, someone's definitely going to be looking for something like that. So I'm pretty excited about this. Oh, and we're not saying sizes, so I should probably do that. This is a size small. The Madewell jeans were a size 29, and the Zara jeans were a size 6.
Next is going to be Decidual. It's a burnout crushed velvet as I drop the bag.
Yeah, this is a burnout crushed velvet V-neck tee. We actually do quite well with Decidual. This is a brand that we really look for really loud prints when we're at the thrift, and we get a lot of dresses from them, but we found 2 tops. When we see the other one, I'll show it to you. And they're at bins prices, so we're definitely going to pick them up. And it kind of gives me like, is it Ed Hardy? Ed Hardy
It's
vibes.
kind of like that. It's definitely the 2000-ish vibe.
Yeah.
For clothing.
I'm always excited to find it. This is one of the sold items that happens to be in this bag. It is a J. Crew Oxford button down. It is like a army green almost.
Olive green, drab.
Drab? Isn't that a negative?
No, just it's a drab green.
Oh, well, yeah, it's got button cuffs. It went within a few hours of listing. It only sold for $15, but at bins prices, I'm taking that all day.
$15 and quick flip and getting your way out of the cost of the bin strip. So.
Yes. And now let's take this one away from the rest so we don't lose it when we need to package it.
That's a size large.
That
and
is.
It is no longer available, so you're out of luck. Next, this is a first time find for us. These are Hey Dudes, and they're definitely in need of a wash.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little soak. But you actually said that someone you know wears these, because I've never heard anyone mention Hey Dudes other than resellers, but you actually know people in the wild.
I've run across a couple of people. I got into a conversation with somebody about Allbirds versus Hey Dude. And
that person preferred Hey Dudes, yeah?
Yeah, I don't think they've ever worn Allbirds, so it's kind of, we were both arguing counterpoints without a full set of information. But
now, feeling them, do you think that they'd be comfortable? Because they feel a little bit almost flimsy to me.
I mean, they're definitely slip on. They're size 14. They're big size. I don't know that they have the kind of support that I would be looking for for my shoes, but I mean, there's a little bit of softness in the sole. So
if you don't pick up Hey Dudes, I've heard that they're really good. This is Wally linen. Ours do have a little bit of a flaw here, so the DU for dude isn't here. And again, they need to be washed, but I still think at bins prices, we'll do pretty well on these, and we'll keep you updated to see how this new brand does for us.
So
it's okay.
Next up is a pair of shoes. Now this trip, the shoes were not together.
We left so many wonderful things behind.
We left so many singular items behind, and it was heartbreaking.
Can we do a memorial for the Fry boot? That was so beautiful. We just need to do a Sarah McLachlan memorial video, because it was beautiful, and it had straps, and it was tall, and it was brown leather, and it was amazing, but we could not find.
There was like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes that we would normally have picked up, especially at the bins prices. We would have picked them up retail, thrift, but No, we couldn't find them because the bins are literal bins in there. It's a scavenger hunt.
Yes, and somebody did not let me buy just one shoe to sell for, amputees or other people that just need one shoe. He did not want to do that. So,
Right.
rip the fry boot.
This one is going to be a pair of Arch slip-on shoes. I mean, they've got the snap button. Uh, very, very, very important to be mindful of the soles on Arch because every pair I think I've ever seen, with maybe one or two exceptions, has a lot of dry rot.
Yes.
So these are worse dry rot susceptibility than, say, Danskos or other things that you have to make sure that you're not buying a pair of destroyed shoes.
Yes, but these seem pretty good. They're in great condition. They're almost like a suede upper, and I am looking for the size. They are a size 40. So, yeah, if you don't know Arch, it's definitely a brand I would keep an eye out for. They usually sell pretty good. I'm thinking probably the 40 or 50 range, so pretty excited about these.
For Ben's pricing, I mean, 10 out of 10.
And this is another sold item. This is actually the item that I picked up and I was like, you know what? Out of everything we got in here, and some of the stuff we got is really great. I thought this would sell first because Easter. Anybody? Easter?
It's an Easter blazer. This is what my grandmother or my mother would wear to Easter mass.
Yes. Now, this is a linen blazer. It is Talbot's. It is a size 14. Now, I'm going to ask an opinion of you guys. Now, this will already be shipped out by the time that this video goes up, but I'm still going to ask. We washed this blazer. We were very careful with it, made sure that, we followed the instructions, but it still feels a bit stiff. And I'm wondering what you guys do with linen type items like this to make them feel less stiff. The only word I can use to describe it is starchy.
It's because it hang dried rather than going through the dryer.
Which I don't believe linen can go through the dryer.
Correct. This is very much not a go through the dryer kind of item. So we hang dried it, and that's what we're feeling.
Yeah.
right
So
now.
if anyone knows how you loosen that up for future reference, I did notate that in the listing because I wasn't sure if we'd be able to figure it out. I'd love to know what your tips and tricks are.
It's also going to be an ungodly nightmare of lint rolling.
The lint roll continues. All right. The next item here is a pillow. We don't sell pillows, but this one was really cute and it looks like it's in good condition. And the brand here is Woven Nook. Never heard of it before, but I looked up comps and it looks like $15 to $20 on eBay. Bins pricing again. Figured why not? And I would love to get more into that category. I just don't understand
We're
it.
trying to learn new categories in other capacities. So I mean, it never hurts to try to expand your knowledge base. And bins pricing, make mistakes at the bins. Don't make mistakes from a retail thrift. Make them from the bins.
Exactly. So we'll learn how it goes and we'll let you know. What?
So this bag is admittedly seen better days. It had a funky smell, which it still kind of does.
It smells like a basement.
It does smell like a basement. We are in the process of soaking it and treating it. The inside smells way better. It's basically back to normal. I think a couple more rounds of OxyClean and the odor stuff, and
Maybe vodka or a freezer.
yeah, a couple different things. So this is a Marabag. So they seem to be quite popular with a very healthy sale price on secondhand. Now this is an older bag. They're still making them. I think that if we can get the smell out, which fingers crossed, I'm gonna have to soak it for years, but I think we can get $40-50 for it.
Yeah. Now this is the I want to. It's not vinyl. It's
It's like
canvas. No?
it's like a polyester
Okay.
nylon.
So this is like a polyester. It's a crossbody bag. They also sell leather, and the leather bags seem to do way better. So if you find a Marabag leather bag, definitely look it up. Totally worth it. But at Ben's prices, I wanted to see how this did. I am a little bit sad that it's taking so long to get the smell out, but I'm gonna have faith that we can do it, and we will keep you posted on if we find any smell tricks.
So these are another vintage item. These are going to be vintage Gap. They are corduroy pants. They are missing the button, but that should be an easy fix to just stitch on a new button. I I can't really say anything more about this. My wife picked these out. These are on her. This is her decision,
Yeah,
and she has
so
to bear the brunt of that.
yes. So I don't know if you'll be able to see the tag because we're kind of far away from the camera these days with this table in front of us. But these are a actually doesn't have a size, which oh. These are a waist 32, inseam 32, and from what my friend Galaxy finds on YouTube told me about this, they're probably the 90s time
They
period. So I'm thinking that I can list these around $50 and see how we do on these once I get the button fixed. So I mean, I think that's probably worth it at Bins pricing. Even if they only sold for $20, I'd still be happy with it. But I'm gonna try to price them up a little bit because who doesn't love a good vintage item?
me.
The next item here actually reminds me of the days when we used to pick up a lot of band tees. I love band tees, but we just don't find them as much anymore. But this is a Leonard Skinnard, the Last Rebel tee. Now, this is not vintage. It
No,
does
because that would
have
be the entire year or the entire month made up.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I would die. This is a Pacific tag. It is a hang tag, so it probably is older than like, something that just came out because it would normally be printed on here. But it's not single stitch, and I did actually look this up while I was at the bins, and it's only going for about 15 to 20. But again, bins pricing, totally love that.
It's $1.75. Turned it into 10, $15. Who cares?
Right. And concert tees generally do hold a pretty good value. So if you can find some good concert tees, musician tees, some of them are worth a ton of money. But some of them, 15 and $20 are
I
a
mean,
great flip.
Riley Roots has made an entire like $1 million business on selling vintage T-shirts, and they sell for thousands of dollars.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to help me find a Leonard Skinner vintage tee, I'm in.
Your uncle.
That is true. That is true.
Your uncle has so many vintage band T-shirts,
They're
and
pretty cool. This is the second decidual item I mentioned before. We found two. I think this might have been the first one I found because this pattern here really, really stood out to me as decidual. We just found a lot similar to this, but there's flowers on here. There's some different strange patterns. There's lots of colors.
asymmetrical,
Yeah, asymmetrical. This is probably like a tunic tee. But in what size is this?
extra small.
Extra small. So this actually looks quite big for an extra small, so it's probably oversized. But again, 90s, Ed Hardy vibes, that type of thing. I love
Yeah.
decidual. So
It's a free people extra small.
yeah, basically. So this item is a Banana Republic sweater, and I cannot find the top of it at the moment. It is an extra large. I actually thought this was a men's sweater because this is massive. Like, look at this sweater.
This would absolutely fit me.
Yeah. I was convinced this was a men's sweater on looking at the style number on the inside. It is not a men's sweater, but it is selling for around $50. So I'm pretty excited about this. Banana Republic, just like J. Crew and other things, have that style number on the inside, so definitely check them. But I know if I saw this on a regular thrift store, I would have left it behind. So
Yeah.
bins for the win here.
So you could still probably do or get away with this at the retail thrift, but bin prices, it's a no-brainer to pick up, especially if it sells for $50.
Yeah, and this is an example of an item that I would have definitely bypassed when I was at the store. Banana Republic isn't even something I'd give a second look, but it shows me that I probably should be looking a little bit more because if it's going to sell for $50, I could have paid that,
That
$8,
seems
$10.
like it's much more style dependent, and certain styles of Banana Republic and other brands similar are very much worth it, and you're leaving money behind even at the regular thrift store.
Yeah, so teach me, Bins, teach me your ways.
This next one is a Carhartt.
I don't even know what we call this material. What do we got here? What is this? It's very stretchy. Let's see.
It's definitely a synthetic. It's definitely nylon spandex.
Polyester spandex. Yeah.
Yep.
So this is a size large. It is a quarter zip pullover.
It's a performance like mid-weight sweatshirt type deal.
Yeah, but I do believe it had a brand, like a company on it somewhere. So yeah, there's a company right here on the cuff. So we'll have to disclose that. But I feel like if a guy is just looking for like a nice quarter zip, they're not going to really care.
No,
And
I
again,
would, I'd
Vince
wear
pricing.
this, and it's not a problem.
Yeah, but feels really nice. Feels like a definite good performance thing. And Carhartt does quite well for us. So
I'm proud of you for pronouncing it Carhartt.
you're welcome. I didn't need to be made fun of on camera. The next thing here is just nostalgia for me. I probably shouldn't have picked this up. Like, I'm going to be completely honest, but this is a Delia's sweater. I could not even find a comp of this. But Delia's was one of my absolute favorite brands when I was in high school. And I saw it and I was like, you know what? It's Bins pricing. I just, the nostalgia made me buy it. So I did. This is a size medium. It's probably cropped or close to cropped.
Yeah,
Just,
it's definitely cropped. That's
I don't know. I don't know. I really, I just love Delia's. I'm sorry. So I don't even know if it was worth getting. If people have experience with Delia's, I've never tried to actually sell it. I just remember it from my high school days.
so this one is the epitome of ugly sweaters. So this right here has pom poms all over it. This is a Madewell. I think it's an extra small, extra small.
Doesn't look that small, but
No,
yeah.
you would be big on you.
I don't think it would be short, but it would be wide. But it is, I think, probably wool or at least a wool blend. It is acrylic, wool, polyamide, and elastane. It is made well. And yeah, I mean, this is gonna take a lot of sweater shaving, but that's totally okay because it's really cute.
Hopefully, I don't sweater shave off the little baubles.
Yes, be very careful. These are careful sweater shaves. So that one's adorable. This next one is, we picked this up on Style Alone. This is One State and it is a size 3X. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to show the whole thing. This is like almost like a trench coat dress type thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any buttons. It only closes by a tie and it seems basically new. It's really, really cute.
Yeah.
I could not find a comp for this. And truthfully, we never pick up One State. We did way back when we first started reselling. It didn't do quite well for us, but it was at the Bins. It looks almost brand new. And I feel like the dressy trench coats are going to come back in for the spring season. People wear those to church and other like fancy places. So I think it's a good style.
It's also a weird material. It's like a shimmery, slippery material.
Yeah, it's really nice. I don't know much about One State, but I was really excited to find it. So I priced it up. We'll see how it does. But yeah, it's a size 3X, which is a great size.
So this is going to be a brand that we talk about all the time for pants, because we do mostly pants.
We're a pants.
We're
pants
channel. This is going to be Prana, and it is a nice wool acrylic kind of blend dress
with these really cool buttons. Look at those buttons.
Yeah. It is missing the drawstring at the neck. I don't know if it actually had one. It could just be rivets inside for decoration.
Just
I guess.
For fun.
Sure.
Fun rivets. Yeah. What size is this?
This is a small.
I think it's adorable that he brought this home and he was like, "Honey, you can wear this for work," and it's a size small. So.
Yeah. Obviously, it's going to be big on you. It's going to be.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be swimming in a size small. Yeah. Thanks, hon. All right. And the next one here is And Other Stories, which is a brand that we have a hate-love relationship with. Sometimes it does so well for us, and other times, well, it just is. But this is hairy and awful and just
falls into the ugly sweater category.
Yeah. So it's basically Cruella de Vil meets Meryl Streep and Devil Wears Prada.
No, it's just Cruella de Vil. It's Dalmatian print and it's awful fashion.
I need to go add Cruella de Vil to my keywords. But it is, it's an ugly sweater. It's scratchy. It's awful.
Be mohair, right?
There's a mohair in it. It's not fully mohair, but yes, it's definitely. So we had to pick that up at the Bins. Come on. Now, are we moving into shoes?
We are moving into our last bucket. Oh my God.
So shoes is a category we are reinvigorated by lately, and the Bins was no exception to that. So the first thing right off the top here is actually a new to us brand. I don't know if it was a good pickup or not, but we figured at the Bins it was worth trying. As he's showing you on the sole there, it is Kodiak. This says it is Canada's boot. I don't know anything about it, but it feels really nice. It is leather. These are a size 7.5. Believe they are women's boots. And they have like a really cool, like almost like wooden detail to the heel. And they're slip on. So they got the stretchiness here to help you pull them on.
They're in very good shape.
They're in great shape. The soles are in impeccable condition, no dry rot. They look really nice. So I'm really excited to see how these do. They're brand new to us. The only issues is the toe here has some wear. But I think when people are buying boots that are used, they kind of are used to that and we can wonder bomb them to make them look a little bit better. But yeah. So new to us brand. I don't know how it does. If you have any experience with Kodiak, definitely leave that in the comments.
Now, these are going to take some work. So on the other end of the spectrum, from those, which are in almost new condition, basically, and are going to require very minimal scrubbing of the soles and stuff. These are the Red Deer Sorels. And while there's no dry rot on the bottom and the tread is pretty good, the upper leather part is going to need some kind of significant cleaning.
And the hair is going to need some help.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to take out the insoles and throw them in the washing machine and see if I can sweater shave on the inside somehow. Like, it's going to be a process.
It's going to be. But these are duck boots, which I have not seen Sorel duck boots, so that's pretty cool. These are a size 8. I imagine they're men's. It feels like they're probably men's. They feel pretty.
WOS 8. So women's.
Women's. Oh, okay. So these are women's. But yeah, they're duck boots so that they can go in the water or snow. I mean, I think if they clean up, they should do pretty well. Sorel is a pretty great brand for us. So
this is the type of the boot that you want in New England, because if you're ever outside, it is awful in the rain, the slush, all of that. These boots will keep you dry, warm, and not hating life.
Yeah. Can you wear duck boots on a duck boat?
Yes.
Just wondering.
Yes, you can. Keeping in line with the boots, we have more boots. These are also Sorel. These are
in much better condition.
Much better condition. I will have to probably black shoe dye them and Wonder Bomb them and scrub them up a little bit, but very minimally. The soles are in immaculate condition, so they're basically like never been walked in.
These are also women. They're a size 7. They have like this diagonal zipper here and a snap at the top. They're really cute. They say waterproof on them. So I think these are going to do quite well. And I don't think they're going to take a lot of cleaning. So I'm betting they were priced up quite high at the thrift, which is why they made it to Goodwill Bins.
Yeah, you will see a lot of gems at the Goodwill Bins. And that's also the Goodwill outlets, because Goodwill will overprice a lot of their items, and no one's buying that in the thrift store itself. So they sit and they sit and they sit, and eventually they will wind up in the bucket. We had a conversation with one of the employees, and they were mentioning how they saw a few pairs of Louboutins at the Boston Bins, and somebody was more than happy to pay the $3 to buy them.
Yeah, I would think so.
Shocker. And the last item is a pair of sneakers, or brand of sneakers, that we have sold quite a few pairs. These are On Clouds or On Running. They are definitely a man's sneaker. They are size 13, so a large size. I'm happy with the condition on them. The heels and the soles are a little bit worn down, but they're not terrible.
Yeah, the only issue I have is the inside here, which we mentioned in a previous video, is something you need to look for, is ripped a bit. But again, at Bins pricing, we will accept a little bit less quality. And I don't actually recognize some of the markings on these On Clouds, so I have a feeling they're a little bit more hard to find or sought after than other On Clouds, because I don't recognize it. So we'll be doing some research on that. But yes, this flaw right here, if I had seen this in the thrift store, I likely would not have picked it up. But because it was at Bins, I'm willing to accept a little bit less quality.
So that's everything we got.
Yeah, that's everything we got. So we spent about $60 for all of this. And so far, we've sold an item for $20 and an item for $15. So I think we're netting back around 28, something like that.
Yeah, we're already halfway out, and it's been, what, a week?
Yeah,
maybe 2?
we're about halfway there, and we've only listed probably about 40% of the items that we have. So I think we'll be getting out of this real soon. And if you want us to do kind of like a recap at some point of like, how much did we make from our Bins haul, we could do that at some point. So just let us know in the comments. But that is our Bins haul. I am hoping to go back really soon to the Bins.
I love the Boston Bins. So we have found some crazy high-end items. I think there was a $300 jacket that we picked up there.
Oh yeah, Overland.
So buy that. Yes, do that. We have found Johnny Was and a bunch of other like actual designer items at the Boston Bins. I will fight everyone. It's the best bins in the country. Maybe Denver, maybe. But
yeah,
we've never been.
It's one of the best bins it's the best bins we've ever been to, and it's one of the best that we've heard of. So if you want to see more of what we find at the Boston Bins, make sure that you like this and share this so we know that this type of video is something you like, because we do find a lot, and we also learn a lot of new brands, new styles, new things, which is really fun for us. So I would love to share more and more with you. So do that. Make sure that you're liking it, leaving comments, getting that out there. But we'll be back really soon with a new video.
Thank you all for watching.